Hello guys, how are you doing? Saturday. I wanted to just quickly show you some of the important stuff that happened last week. Some of them maybe a bit more weeks back, but anyways, just some important charts that I think you will find very interesting. As always, guys, please subscribe to YouTube and also on Twitter. That's where I started this whole journey. And now I do most of my stuff on Substack. Again, this is where I put all the detailed stuff for the members. Check it out. If that is something for you, we shall see. With regarding to the important charts I want to show you. I have the list from here, from platinum and down. We have some ratios, ETFs, and commodities. Basically, I want to show you here. This is platinum going back 15 years roughly. Huge falling golden channel here, and finally look at that. This is the monthly candle for now. Basically about to finally break that neckline here. We might have a little bit of a pause here, just playing around with the neckline, the blue there, but overall this is a huge looking chart for platinum. Absolutely stunningly good. These are the ones you find every once in a decade here. For platinum, it's amazing. The miners are doing well. We have bought the miners heavily here for the past few weeks on the Substack, so this is definitely the start of something bigger in my view. And you can see here there are some important levels that we need to get above, but still, in my view, this is the beginning here. The 1080 has always been, the big go-go line, and we're peaking just above here. But do keep in mind we have come a long way, so maybe we will get a little bit of a dribble here and then we go again. But overall, I think the trend is set for platinum. Stunningly good. And what everyone has been talking about is the silver. Friday up 6.5%. Amazing, taking out the 30. Again, to me, it's not to sound in, what's it called? To me, the $26 level was the big tell that silver was about to go higher. Also explained to the members and on YouTube or Twitter that 26 right there, that was the big one back in April. Huge move up to 30, retest 26, and boom, off we go. Textbook standard stuff. And in my opinion, we are on the road. There are very little resistance. Yes, there is a tiny bit there at 35, but to me, it doesn't matter. 50 is the next big one. For silver, absolutely fantastic. Could we see like a little bit of a check back here? Just to get, the retest of 30, absolutely. Just like we had the breakout retest here, we can definitely go up and then check back to 30 again. But again, remember that silver is heavily shorted. I think I read somewhere that we have roughly 1 billion silver ounces of shorting of silver ouncing. And I guess most of them obviously is naked shorts. So, I mean, maybe we don't see the check back because due to the shorting. Same thing as over here, basically. Same thing back in 2020. We didn't see a check back. It was straight from 18 to 30. So we could see the same again here from 30 to 50 in a very short period of time. And yeah, it's also a once in a lifetime opportunity. We will see 50, then yes, we will have that will be the third touch in my view. We will have a pullback. How deep? I don't know. But then we shall see the break on the fourth again, together with what we saw on gold also breaking on the fourth time there. So absolutely fantastic. And everyone is talking silver. But again, 26, the break off the neckline right there. Inverted head and shoulders here, wedge breakout. That was the big tell for silver. Also here we have the gold junior miners, long-term trend line here, and we're breaking above. We are now broken a 15-year trend line here. Also, we had a very important horizontal level at 43, 44, and it's game on for the miners. It really is game on here. Same thing again. We have also like an inverted head and shoulders here. Not perfect, but we have broken out. Gold miners looks incredible. Also, we have been buying a lot of gold and silver miners on the SOXX as well prior to this major move here. So, and that right there, this internal triangle here, the break there was the big tell that we're going higher at roughly 39. Beautiful. Many people were in doubt. Many people were in doubt that uranium has topped out. But overall, looking at it here from my perspective, the URA chart is just, whoops, excuse me, this is extremely bullish. We have just been fighting with the triangle high from 2021, tagged it there, and we broke this Friday. And we had also, I chatted with the members that this was the sign that the probabilities were heavily in favor of a move up there. I posted it over here, but the next day we had it. So not on the day, but definitely we had that very quiet period here, just at the big 31.5 level. Usually you get the break, and so we did. Massive volume as well, massive volume. Uranium miners, all of a sudden people are bullish again. I have been bullish long term ever since 2020, late 2020, and I don't think we have seen the top just yet. I'm very confident that we ought to see a Fukushima gap fill here at roughly 100, and we are now at 31. So incredible stuff. You can also, I think if we take the pole here, we add it on top, we get somewhat close at 80. But again, with some overshooting, that should be very doable. Uranium miners looks incredible. You can see here also this red trend on here, which we broke in January 2024. And yeah, I could talk about uranium forever. A tiny little cup and handle with a pole there also. That's the flag. There is a lot of momentum that has been triggered right now, and the path of least resistance is heavily to the upside, heavily. URNM, obviously 100% pure play uranium. Again, you can see here the move that we're about to do, in my opinion. We have this channel here, the golden, the periods between very well defined, very in symmetry. And again, a 100% measured move aligns perfectly with 200, which is also the upper yellow channel there. So uranium miners looks fantastic. Look at the triangle high here. We tagged it, pulling back, bull flag, breakout, retest, resumption. Last price resistance is at 60, and it's about to fail. I mean, we're about to break. We are about to break. Copper miners, also copper has just been amazing. Ever since we broke 4, which was my bullish signal, it has been straight up for copper. 4 was the bullish side. Below, what's it called, 3.5 was bearish. And yeah, we broke to the upside, and it has been up ever since. Looking at the miners, huge horizontal level here taking out in the past few weeks. More upside to come. Again, this break there from that triangle back in March was the trigger at roughly 38, and now we are at 52. Copper miners looks incredible, and we are going, in my view here, back to the 2010 highs here. And then we shall see. Copper miners looks amazing. Hydrogen. No one is talking about hydrogen. I do think at some point in time the hydrogen will be very favorable. We did also have this internal wedge break here, and we have gone higher. We're still in the downtrend though, but at some point in time we will get a break here, and then we can potentially have a big move in hydrogen. When hydrogen moves, it moves like, you know, double digit every single day for a long period, for a period of time there. So tan also, this is solar. Tan looks like it's bottoming to me here. That's also helpful for the URA, because URA is 30% solar. A lot of support here for tan. You have this golden here. You have a pivot high here from 2020. We have the green support, and I think we're going to go up here. We still need a little bit of confirmation, but definitely you have this falling, you know, triangle right there, and it seems like we're going up here. But I do think we need like one big green candle to confirm it. but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens any week from now. SILJ, that's the silver miners. Incredibly bullish still. Again, the big break came down here at 28.5 roughly, and now we are at 35. And again, we started to buy heavily here in the individual miners, and yeah, it has been performing insanely well. In my opinion, we're going to roughly 50, which is that red zone up there. You can clearly see, you know, the interactions that we have here all along the way. I do think we will tag that, and then we will have obviously we will most likely have a pullback, and then we break, and then silver miners is up and away. I will save the most important chart until the end. Silver divided by the SPX. So this is, you know, the ratio between silver and the SP 500. 2011 up here, 2020, and then we had a lot of stuff going on here. But you can clearly see we have broken the blue wedge formation, the blue trend line. And also, if we were to add like a trend line across here, we have also broken that. So the last little piece of confirmation, but I do think that the time is in for silver outperforming the SPX. But the last confirmation will be 0.065 to confirm. But basically, I think we have started the trend to silver to outperform the SPX, which is a huge tell that more money will flow into silver than the SPX. Could you imagine such a tiny market as silver all of a sudden start to gain like 5% of the overall, you know, money flows going from the SPY to silver? Just 5%. That would be a huge deal. Also here we have gold playing around with a major breakout in relation to the SPX. You can clearly see we have had a lot of wicks here above the resistance, the golden resistance there, the wicks. But now we actually had a weekly close. Excuse me, this is the monthly, by the way. You can see here, there it is. Yep, there it is. We have the breakout. We have the first retest where we are finding buyers. Here we had a breakout, but no buyers at the retest. And it seems like when we break right here, give or take, so 0.5 in this ratio, gold will be outperforming the SPX, the SP 500. And that is not too shabby. Copper, the weekly. I want to show you, we talked about copper when we went through the copper miners. Again, the $4 level here, straight across here, that was, you know, above there, very bearish, below 3.5, insanely, excuse me, bullish, below 3.5, really bearish. We broke 4, beautiful retest, and boom, up ever since. Do I think we were pretty overdue right here? Yes, but overall the trend is set, and copper is just in for a mega run here. I do think that we are about to see like a pause here for some time, maybe a little bit of a pullback, and then we go higher. But overall, the trend is set for a lot higher copper prices, and the miners is definitely reacting to that. Really bullish here. I think we can go all the way up to the upper golden here at roughly 7, excuse me, roughly 7, maybe a bit higher for copper. So that's $2 on top. That's 40% still, and we have already moved like 40%. So that's quite remarkable. I'm not saying that $7 is the top, but that's just huge resistance. And if cocoa has shown us anything, if you have a really, really short squeeze, anything is possible. Good. Last but not least, guys, last but not least, the gold. Excuse me, I have taken the silver to gold ratio, not the gold to silver ratio, but the silver to gold ratio. And we will go through to the monthly chart right here. This is a game changer for the precious metals. A monthly, basically we are breaking out here on the silver to gold ratio, meaning that silver is heavily in favor of gold. That doesn't mean that gold will go down. It just means that silver will outperform more. And that's exactly what you want to see in order to have those mega gains in gold and silver and platinum also, and platinum. And this in my view is the confirmation of the next wave here. I think we're going to increase. Silver is going to increase, excuse me, in the next short period, 20% more than gold. And then we will get there. We will have a tiny pullback, but then we have an overall inverted head and shoulders. We will break, and then we can measure the next again here. You can see added on top, and then we come roughly into the 2011 highs here in this ratio, which will be the next big magnet. And then also, I think longer down the road, we're going to the 1980 highs, which is 15 to 1 in the gold to silver ratio, with some overshooting before we enter a bear market. But that will be at a lot higher prices in gold and silver. Triple digit silver is almost a guarantee in my view here. I have an absolute bear case, that's 100 for silver. But if this ratio hits and the log scale cup and handle also hits, you're looking at $600 silver, or even more depending on the overshooting and all that. But looking at it on a log scale, silver, we can actually go to silver just so you have any idea what I'm looking at here. I want to go to I have the monthly here. I want to do the Heikin-Ashi, and I want to draw like a parallel roughly right there. Look at the beauty of this parallel channel right here. And the cup and handle, you can add it to here and add it at the break. You can see that the upper yellow here is at roughly 500. The cup and handle points to 666 roughly, again with potential overshooting. So my case is that we're going to see roughly 500, 600, $700 silver within, I have no idea, this decade. I think we can, maybe a tiny bit into the next decade, but still silver is going to do amazingly well. So yeah, take advantage of this, guys. I don't think you get these kind of commodities setups, these decade-long breakouts. You don't get them very often. And this can, at least the moves that you will get can basically completely change your net worth. And I'm positive that is going to happen, depending on the charts here. It just looks incredible. So yeah, guys, a bit of a longer video than I thought when I started to do this. But anyways, commodities, guys, metals, also palladium is looking good, copper, gold, silver, tin looks good, nickel looks good. I mean, there's a lot of things going on here that obviously is good if you invest into it. But for sure, this means that the second wave of inflation is going to hit us very, within the next 18 months or so. If we want to see, 50% higher copper, 50% higher tin, nickel, gold, silver, and all that, inflation will be spanking us once again here. It's been a pleasure, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you for the next week, which will be very interesting to see how gold, silver, and uranium is performing after that insanely wild Friday. Have a great day, guys. Bye.